Everyone knows Washington DC for politics and for being the capital of the US, but I wanted to find out if it's worth visiting as a tourist and what it's really like in the summer. So behind me is the Thomas Jefferson building of the Library of Congress. The Library of Congress is free to enter, and stepping inside the Jefferson building is breathtaking. Its architecture was designed to rival the great libraries of Europe. It has one of the most ornate ceilings in Washington DC and today stands as the largest library in the world. Some of the rarest books on the planet are housed here, including a Gutenberg Bible, only one of a handful still in existence, and a first edition of The Great Gatsby. Also impressive is Thomas Jefferson's personal collection. When the British burned the Capitol in 1814, the library's original 3,000 volumes were lost. Jefferson stepped in the following year, donating more than 6,000 of his own books to rebuild it, with volumes dating back as far as the early 1500s. This is the main reading room, and we're standing on the visitor's balcony. From here you can see the circular hall below, and in front of us are 12 statues. Each one of these represents a different field of human knowledge, including philosophy, art, history, science, law and religion. So this is Georgetown. So Georgetown is known for its cobbled streets such as this one, and its boutique fashion stores. So that's a quick look around Georgetown University. So no trip to Washington DC would be complete without visiting the Exorcist steps. So they were used in the movie of the same name. The character Father Damien Carra falls down these stairs. Since we're here, we'll walk up the steps as well. My legs didn't really need this extra workout. I've already been for a run this morning and walked quite a bit. But we've reached the top. Exorcist steps are located at Prospect Street Northwest, junction with 36th Street. These two figures are Bumblebee and Optimus Prime from the movie Transformers. They stand outside the home of Newton Howard, a neuroscientist at Georgetown University. His research into artificial intelligence and brain science inspired him to display them as a symbol of machines and humans transforming together. Very cool. It's always nice to walk around areas and find little things like that. It's a good way to spend a day. I recommend it. Just walking away from Georgetown and noticed how close I was to the river. So I've come for a walk down here just to see what it's about. So the National Mall is a 2-mile stretch of road and pedestrianised walkways that at one end houses the US Capitol building, and at the other end is the Lincoln Memorial. Along the way, the National Mall is lined with the various Smithsonian museums, including the Air and Space Museum and Natural History Museum, and the White House is not too far from the Washington Monument. About a 5-minute walk. So it's really easy to find your way around in Washington DC. It has a superb public transport system. I've used the metro quite a few times, and it's also very walkable, so you can make sure you pack really comfortable shoes because it's easy to get a very high step count. In my view, it's a great way of seeing the city. If you're new here, hi, I'm Simon. I would really appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button. So this is the US Navy Memorial. There's a visitor centre, so we'll go and take a look. So this is the National Air and Space Museum. Next on our tour of DC, we're stepping inside the National Museum of Natural History, a place that holds over 145 million specimens of plants, animals, and geological items. Before we finish, no guide to Washington DC would be complete without its most iconic landmarks. The White House, home to every US president since John Adams, the Lincoln Memorial, a powerful tribute to one of the nation's greatest leaders, the Washington Monument, rising proudly over the National Mall, and the US Capitol, the seat of American democracy. Finally, the World War II Memorial, honouring the service and sacrifice of a generation. Together, they define the heart of the capital and remain the must-see sights for any visitor.